Hello, hello, beautiful Jess FM listeners. Welcome to this edition of Debbz Den. I'm here in the Jess FM studios in downtown Lethbridge, and it's a beautiful day, a little bit gloomy, but hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain to keep those flowers growing lovely. Today, I have my lovely guest, Jessie Gust, with us, and she is one of the designers, organizers, the owner basically of the handmade market here in Lethbridge. Jessie, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm super stoked to have you here today.
Hi, thanks for having me in the show today. So my name's Jessie, and I guess I'm the founder of the Lethbridge Handmade Market.
Great. I really wanted to have you on here because I think what you're doing is just outstanding for putting opportunities out there for artisans and for people who have a dream and they want. And today's also, if any of you have been following my shows, this week we are on the crown chakra. We've been going step by step through different areas, and for the crown chakra, I really wanted to have Jessie here because she's actually putting her dreams into motion, like taking the time to get education. We're going to talk about some of the education that you've got, the places that she's gone to around the world that she's gone to learn about things, the markets that she's done on her own. And also, if you're a person who believes you have a fantastic idea and you want to build something or invent something really amazing and don't know how to get it out there, the handmade market is a perfect place for you to get exposure and confidence and just to get your feelers out there to see if somebody is interested in your work. And Jessie does an incredible amount of advertising for us all year round. I am a member of I'd like to say it's a member because I've been, I think...
You're a regular.
Yeah, I'm a regular. I think I don't know if I've missed any of them. I think I've had them.
Yeah, I think you've been to all of them. Yeah. All would be 9 of them now.
9. Right? That's 9, yeah. That's quite the accomplishment. And every single market gets bigger and bigger. And I really enjoy the people and that it's handmade and it's authentic stuff that is made mostly here in Lethbridge. I'm from Barron's, but...
area.
We're
starting to expand. We have a few vendors from Fernie that come regularly now. All of southern Alberta, I guess. So
all of southern Alberta, and I think the point is that she's keeping it very handmade. So these are not copies of something that somebody has done. This is something that somebody's put their heart and soul into and brought it to market, and that's what I do. And I think that's just really coincides with the idea of the crown chakra, where the crown chakra is about seeing the big picture, having that big flashlight over your head so that you can see what's coming in your future. And by having the chance to go to a market and be a participant in the market, you're putting yourself out there and you're starting to make your own dreams come true. So I'm going to start with a few questions then,
Sure.
Jess. And I know, where are you from, first of all?
I'm from Lethbridge. Yeah, I was born in Lethbridge.
That's fantastic. So did you went to school here in Lethbridge, grew up in Lethbridge?
Yep. Yeah, I went to graduate at CCH, then I went straight into college, did my marketing diploma, and then finished my marketing degree. And then I would have had
your marketing degree, was that at a university level?
Yeah, so I did like the 2-in-2 program. So
Okay.
I finished at the university. That would have been 2013 I graduated. And then we had the first market the next year when I decided to move abroad and teach English for a while. So
so you've got a lot of background and experience in marketing, which is beneficial to all of us who are vendors there, because Jessie goes out of her way to put signs up all over the city, to advertise, to use her skills, and even from the timing of when the market is, and just using her skills to promote us. And she promotes each and every one of the artisans and highlights us and gives presents away, and it's just fantastic.
It's actually quite interesting how marketing has changed from when I went to school. Because I would have first went into marketing about 10 years ago, and we learned about billboards and how to advertise on TV or newspaper, but none of what I really do I learned in school. So it's quite interesting how fast that's changing with technology and with social media.
Absolutely. I imagine that 10 years ago, social media advertising wasn't nearly as predominant as it is right now.
I mean, we were just starting to get smartphones. That's what we just started talking about in school back then, and it was like, what is that? Oh, okay.
I think I had one in school. I might have had a little flip one, but I don't think in high school. But that's going back much, much farther. But I know I've always been interested in marketing also, in sales. But it's the platform. So what kind of vendors are you hosting for? Like what are the types of people that you attract to your handmade market?
Well, what we're really trying to do is be a market for everybody. There's the big market culture happening these days, a lot of different styles, especially if you go to Calgary or bigger cities. A lot of them are a lot more clicky, or they're looking for a certain presence online, or a certain style or certain level of professionalism. And I really try to have the Lethbridge Handmade Market be open to everybody. I mean, if you're a brand new business and you just want to try out making your new crocheted cloths or whatever you have, you can come and you can rent a table.
Or your funny little cups.
Yeah.
That you hand painted yourself, and I was really impressed to see how well they did at Christmas
The
time.
Mugtown Funk.
Yeah, they are neat too.
They're coming back to this market actually.
Are they
so
good?
They have paintings now.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, if you're just starting out, I know as myself, I've been going for about 9 years now, doing markets and selling my own stuff. And it's a bit scary at first. It's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
You don't know the rules. You don't know what to do. The nice thing with these markets is you can just come and try it out. I mean, you don't really need, I mean, we do like to see some kind of online presence, especially with these days. It's hard when you don't have a Facebook page, but we can also help you with those kinds of things too. So you can start for only $45 and come check it out.
So how many people, like when you do a market, how many volunteers and how many people does it take to, like I know it takes, I know it's not just you, that you have a full team that comes with you.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a team,
the setup, the tear down, the vendors, like for food, what do you have this
so we don't usually have a lot of food. There's different regulations for food, so we try to keep a little bit away from that. We do have Bus and Bistro coming with their food truck this time, so we also have the farmers market going on next door, so that will be extra exciting, extra busy.
And extra busy because people will go to the farmers market, and then hopefully, don't forget there's another handmade market, and come support your local artisans and artists, and
we have a couple even doing both. I think Forever Bee is going to be at the farmers market as well as our market next door, so that's pretty cool.
Is that the honey one?
Yeah.
Oh, she makes the best honey and fantastic service, and it's a special kind of honey too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clover honey, I think, is the special one. Yeah.
It's kind of, she's got all different kinds of flavors of honey, and it's really delicious place to stop by, and please stop in and visit her booth. Excuse me.
But yeah, so back to your question of how many vendors we have. Was that your question? So this one coming up on this Saturday, actually June 30th, will be our 9th market. So we started in 2016, November 12th, our first one was March 15th, 2014. It was originally in Eagles Hall, in the basement of Eagles Hall. We didn't quite know how many people or what it was going to be like. I think our first one, we had 37 vendors, which was quite exciting at the time. Deb was there at the very beginning, and it was, I will say, the vibes, the crowd, the energy of these markets has been pretty steady since the beginning.
It was packed down in that little place. I didn't know if you could get any more people in that room. It was so packed.
We packed a DJ in there. We had it going. Yeah.
It was busy, and that was even downstairs, and it was kind of a little bit difficult to get into.
Yep.
And I think it's only grown and grown and grown from there. It's just amazing how much it's grown.
So now we're up to 115 at our next show on Saturday.
150.
So.
I advertised 110 because I'm sure it was 110.
Yeah,
but
over 110.
I said over 110
yeah.
is what I did say.
Yeah.
So, just off the top of your head, just give us a quick list of a few people off the top of your head that are going to be there. So
yeah, some of our regulars would be Forever Bee. Cooley Cottage is another one of our regulars that'll become part of the family. We have started to curate them in a way. So curating meaning that we have to start choosing how many of each category. I mean, like, you don't want to come to a market, there's going to be 25 soap vendors, right? And there's a lot of people in town that make beautiful soap, but it's hard to choose, it's hard to narrow down. So basically, as long as you have something unique, you will always have a chance. And even if it's not unique and it's soap, we try to circulate that as well. So we have a little bit of everything. I mean, I don't even know where to start. We could go through, like, I could show you the whole list, but Deb's going to be there.
Yes, I will be there. Debbz Den, I will be there, and I will be there with my sister Marlene Moser. She cuts and wraps her own jewelry. She cuts from the laboratory here in town. She goes down to Arizona, finds beautiful, beautiful stones, and brings them up here, and she cuts and polishes them and makes her own jewelry. So she's very handmade. And myself, I do angel readings, so it's angel empowerment. So I have you sit down across from me, and we do a session. And with each session, I have about 7 different crystals for each chakra. There's more, but I try to stick to 7 because we're only doing 15-minute readings for $25. And my regular, it works out to be about 20 minutes because I always seem to make sure that I'm finished before I finish. And if it goes longer than that, I'll have to figure something out. But we do a card reading, we do a crystal clearing, chakra balance, cord cutting, might end up with some past life issues, might end up with some mediumship. I can't guarantee what comes through in the reading, but I can guarantee that when you're done your reading, you're going to feel different. So, and that's something that I found happens every time. I have never had a reading where somebody walked away saying, I didn't feel it. And it's not
I've definitely felt it.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of Deb's sessions, I guess. We did a full session. So you offer basically like a mini session at the market, right?
I offer mini sessions,
Yeah.
and if you want to book a full session, they're usually around 90 minutes. And they're about $100 for 90 minutes. But it's life-changing. If you've got any kind of issues, stuff, shoulder pain, stuff like that, a lot of time we're just carrying garbage from our past lives and from our past history. And maybe it's even just garbage from somebody being mad at us for something we don't even know that we did. And we can remove that in an instant. And that's what's great about it. And it's really, I love it. And again, I'm just going to mention that we are here live in Jess FM Studios. This is my guest, Jessie Host. She's from the Handmade Market, just in case you're tuning in. And the Handmade Market runs this Saturday from 9 till 4. And we are at the exhibition grounds this time,
at the
right?
exhibition at the West. And we are opening 1 hour earlier this time. It's the first time we'll be opening at 9. So it's gonna be wild. The farmers market starts at 7, so
yeah,
get there early, come to the farmers market, and come check us out next door.
And then when you need a break, come and sit and talk to me, and I'll do a clearing and help you feel better, and you'll go back a different person.
It's true.
So being right next to the farmers market starts at 7. So hey, if you need to go get your vegetables and go get the lovely things that happen with the farmers market, don't forget to stop in next door. We have all kinds of stuff in our market too.
And we also have 6 different workshops this time, which is pretty exciting.
Woo-hoo.
So you can come and make some things. We still have spots in all of them, I think. We have a gemstone diffuser workshop. We also have a driftwood tassel, like vintage wall hanging workshop. Vintage fabric earring workshop, which I'm going to attend. I'm already attending on Facebook.
The advertising for that.
And all of the workshops are actually hosted by our vendors, which is quite cool. So it's come have a time, bring your girlfriend,
bring your
learn
kids.
to make bring your kids.
Lots of stuff for kids to do.
We're gonna have a kids craft zone. Exciting.
And there is a live DJ, so there's fun music going on all the time.
For sure.
There's coffee. You're gonna have the coffee guy there.
Yeah, we're going to have what's their name now? Little Nicaraguan Coffee is coming this time.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have a new coffee vendor.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just always fun to be in the hustle and the bustle and the crowd. It's fun. Let's see. Now I'll get to my questions. Just checking my time, and that is my advertising time. So, so you say, what is it that inspired you to want to be a market vendor? Like, I know you've traveled around the world a little bit and doing some things. Did you pick up some things like from that you've seen, like, you know how they run everything as a market in a lot of countries? Everything is that part of the inspiration, or?
Well, I started my first one before my big travel. So my inspiration came from being a vendor myself. So I make feather earrings and I install feather hair extensions.
These would be my feather earrings
Yeah,
from
we're both wearing. It's
Jesse.
kind of hard to see probably from there,
probably
but
from there it's hard to see, but I love them anyway, and they're so durable.
yeah, Deb's been supporting me for years for the earrings, and
And the hair pieces too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get that done yet soon too.
yeah. So if you want to get feathered for summer, come check it out Saturday. So I've always been a vendor at my own market too, which is a bit crazy. So yeah. Sorry, what was the question again?
It was about
What inspired me?
What
Yeah, right.
inspired you to be putting out this great vendor opportunity for everybody here in Barron, Barron's. I'm from Barron's, but we are.
You can come from Barron's too.
You can come
Yeah.
from Barron's to the market. You can to be here and to just like open doors for so many people.
Yeah, I mean, it just started as basically having a market for my friends. I mean,
You have
I
lots of friends apparently.
yeah, I have a lot of friends that have started businesses now, which is quite cool because I do also really love to help people start up because I know that's not easy.
It is.
But yeah, struggling at finding markets that really that were only handmade, and I think things have really changed in the last 3 years, significantly in the last 3 years, from when we had our first market. I mean, even in 2014, our very first one, people were kind of skeptical. Like I would be at another market beside a Scentsy booth or something like that. Nothing against Scentsy.
Love
It's just
Scentsy.
yeah. It's just a different atmosphere when there's the MLMs, when there's the not handmade. There's not that authenticity.
Well, I know the Blue Sage makes stuff like Scentsy, but she makes it herself. Connie makes. I think Blue Sage in
Blue
there?
Sage is coming. Yeah.
Blue Sage is
Yeah.
coming, and that's my friend Connie. Please stop by her booth too. And she makes her own scents. Like she does the her own blending and everything, and she's really fantastic. So to have that same option of having spray, but it's not in an aerosol can. It's, you know, and they're natural. It's natural. So if you're looking for a spray, check out the Blue Sage.
Yeah, they're good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 2014, there wasn't a whole lot of options. I just started doing my earrings, and it was kind of like, I also do music festivals, so I vend and set up at music festivals, travel around. I've done Motion Notion, I've done South Country Fair, Shambhala a little bit, not officially.
That's in BC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big one.
All the way to Base Coast, so I'm used to that scene and vending in that kind of environment, and I wanted to kind of bring that to Lethbridge. So having the music, having just handmade, and again, nothing against MLMs or people that work really hard and do that, because I have a lot of respect for people that do make money that way, but just changing the atmosphere and focusing on people that make things with their hands. And then it comes to the question of what does handmade really mean, and that's you know, we have everything there of people that make absolutely every piece to maybe they just make something, but they're making it out of their home, they're making it in Canada, it's not being manufactured elsewhere, it's not being shipped here. They worked hard and make their own business, right? And everyone has to start somewhere. I know I've been making jewelry since I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
So
yeah, me
it's-
too.
yeah.
Cutting my own hair, make my own jewelry. I was just one of them creative kids.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. So this to me is like a dream come true, to be able to have, you know, to have this dream. I want to do something. I know my sister's in her 60s, and she's been making jewelry and loved crystals and crystal jewelry all her life. And, you know, we took a course on marketing, And she was like, I really want to be able to make my jewelry and sell it. And, we got together and Jessie gave us a call and we're doing that now. Now that's 3-4 years now that, we're living a dream. We're not, going big, even though I do feel that every step that I've taken because of the handmade market includes why I'm at Just FM. So, everything all builds, right? And everything, every little effort you make. So like that crown chakra, when you can see a goal in your future, when you put something in your heart and you have a good idea and you build it and it looks great, you like it, put it out there. Bring it to the
Try
market,
it out.
right?
Yeah.
And just if it bombs,
that's all part of it. That's all
at
part
least
of the
you
game.
tried.
Yeah.
At least you tried. Maybe there's something else that you need to look into and do something else. But always try and always reach for your dreams and always remember that sometimes maybe it's not that, but it's the person that you met doing it, or it's the people, the crowd that you've met doing the work that makes the difference in our life. And I think that's the big part of Jessie that we all need to appreciate, is that she's put herself out there so that we as artisans and artists and individuals can bring what's special about us and live our lives through being able to express ourselves creatively.
And it has really developed into something beyond, I think, any of our hopes or dreams. I mean, I should say, while I've been doing, we've had 7 markets in the last year and a half, because our first one was way back in 2014, and then I left for almost 3 years.
That's why it's something like there was a
there was a gap, and people were asking, like, when are you going to do the next one? I didn't have a business plan, ironically, with a business degree. I didn't sit down and say, I'm going to have this many. I basically made the space, and now it's become something beyond, I think, what anybody could imagine it would have been. I mean, we have these vendors that, like Deb said, some people only come to this market, and this is the only place where they can have this truly handmade experience. I know in bigger cities, in Calgary, I've applied to tons of markets and never got in because I didn't have what they were looking for. It wasn't specific. I didn't have the right online presence or something like that. But the nice thing about the handmade market is it's everybody's market. It is open to, as long as it's handmade, we will give you a chance,
Yeah, and
check
that's,
it out.
You put your heart and your soul and your creativity and love into something. You wanna bring it someplace where you're appreciated. So that would be the market. The handmade market.
My mind's blown every time. Every time just the setups that people make, the time they take into every single piece, and the biggest compliment I've received lately is vendors coming from Medicine Hat, coming from Calgary, just to have a good time and be in that community and be in that space where they can talk to other artisans and share their experiences. Maybe share, where did you buy that from, or how did you do that? And it just takes away the stress and the competitiveness of a lot of markets, and it's just a great space to come hang out and learn, and now you can come and learn how to do it as well. So
yeah, I think it's really I appreciate that that you do. Sorry for the other vendors, but that when you're a vendor and you're in there, you're not going to have 6 of all of the same the same product. 6 vendors doing exactly the same product. You might have 3 that are selling the same, like crystals, or 4 selling crystals, but they all have their own little tweak and their own little special way of doing things.
Everyone always does it a little different.
and it's there's something unique about each one of them, and they're not only just doing one thing. But as far as you're not going to have 4 Avon ladies there,
Right.
It's so.
They still apply. It's quite funny. It says handmade in the name, but
hey. Sorry for those who wish they could come into the market. There are many of markets, like the farmers market, right?
Yeah.
Now the farmers market will take anybody, right? Or
actually, the downtown farmers market that's starting up this Wednesday, I'm going to be a full-time vendor there doing my feathers. They're actually looking for strictly handmade right now as well.
Oh, so, are they? I noticed that in the thing that they were looking.
Because they need to have a certain percentage or else they'll get shut down. So
because they're not an open store,
right?
So I know in the fall, when all the vegetables are out and the Hutterites are around, and the gardeners are around, and there's fruits and trees, and I know that that downtown market gets pretty busy. Hey?
Yeah, it's a good time. They're still looking for casual vendors as well. If you
So if you have
you're
something
looking.
that's handmade and you want to come into the
Downtown.
the Lethbridge downtown farmers market, how do they get a hold of you?
It's put on by the exhibition actually. So
Okay.
yeah, just contact the exhibition and yeah.
And just because we're like halftime here almost, can you please give some information on how they can get a hold of you? Again, I'm here live on Jess FM. I'm Debbz Den, DebbzDen.com, or you can just telephone me, Debbz at 403-929-2932. If you would like to book an appointment or even just come and see me down at the Handmade Market. I will also be at in Claresholm. There's a market in Claresholm.
Nice.
At the Centennial Park for the 1st of July celebrations. If you're in Claresholm or near that area, please come see me there. And there'll be some specials going on there. And then I have my market in Barron's. And the Barron's market is always fun because it's also home. It's also very handmade, but it's also my home. So
How long has that been going on for?
the Barron's market, I do that one 3 or 4 times a year.
Cool.
And it's pretty small, but it's I know this market, it's free to be in the market.
Cool.
Free is a good price.
Mhm.
They're just trying to get people there.
great.
So, but the other times it's quite cheap to get into that market too. But it's still lots of fun, and nevertheless, to get out in public and meet people, and it only takes one person to change your life. So, if you're needing to do something, get out there and change your own life. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Get going.
And if you're just hearing about the Lethbridge Handmade Market for your first time, you can like us on Facebook. So it's just the Lethbridge Handmade Market. We're also on Instagram, trying to be on Twitter, but it's mostly Facebook. Amazingly enough, we do
Lots on Facebook.
almost everything there. So we still have. So our next market's this Saturday, June 30th. We still have room in our August 5th market that's coming up.
Is it 5th or 4th?
5th, yeah, August 5th, Saturday. That one's coming up. We still have room on that one. So if you go on our Facebook page, either Lethbridge Handmade Market on Facebook or lethbridgehandmademarket.ca/apply, those you'll find our August applications on there. And again, don't be shy. If you make something handmade, all you have to do is fill out an application and yeah.
And if you feel like you'd maybe want to host or teach a class on how you make your handmade, you can always do that, and then
For sure.
charge people to come take the class for an hour.
Yeah.
Guarantee yourself a little bit of time. And that's always interesting too, and fun. I see people coming out of those markets, so fun. They've got their handmade thing and they made it themselves, and
Yeah,
you know, it's a whole day.
Yeah,
It's
such
a
a
fun
fun
day.
activity, right? To do with
Yeah.
your friend or your mom or
your kids,
Totally.
you know. And in the kids themselves, I think they really like it because there are things that are specifically made for children there. I know there's little things that are painted and toys and guns, like toy guns, of course, toys. Just different kinds of woodworking stuff.
And what an inspiration for kids. I mean, I wish
Mhm.
I got to see that when I was a kid.
And that reminds me too that Jessie has also done kids markets.
Yes,
If you're in the
yeah.
line for that and want your little Einsteins to do something, learn some marketing skills and how to be a vendor, give Jess a call about that. Can you talk about that?
yeah,
That-
so
I've seen the pictures of that kids
Yeah.
market, and I was so impressed with how the little smiling faces and that they sold out of their fundraising stuff.
So aside from doing the 7 markets in the last year and a half, I've also been completing my education degree, so my after degree. So I just graduated actually this month in June. I just got my ed degree. And
Okay,
for my
explain that completely with not abbreviations, because I'm
Okay, so I had my bachelor's of management back in 2013.
bachelor's of management.
Then I moved to Thailand to teach English, to try it out. That was always my plan. Like, if I want to be a teacher, I want to try teaching English. I wanted to travel.
Okay, so go someplace where nobody knows if you make mistakes.
Yep, yeah, pretty much.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sure Thailand was an incredible experience.
So I ended up staying there for 2.5 years, and then got accepted into doing my after degree in ed, so that was just a straight 2 years to be a qualified K to 12 teacher. So I'm a qualified teacher now, don't have a job quite yet, so call me. But yeah,
this is only a couple weeks old, so it's not like she's on,
I have been substitute teaching, so that's been cool.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, for my last project, I did a kidpreneur market. So I ran an 8-week-long course for kids. So it was school-wide at the school that I did my internship at St. Teresa of Calcutta. So kids grade 1 to 6 could work together or in a team to come up with a business, make the business with the help of their parents, of course. And then we had our big market day, which was a huge success, and it was so much fun. I think we had 13 little businesses. A lot of them
really intelligent businesses too. Like, I was very impressed.
A lot of them have already been doing it. But we had one boy that was in grade 6 who's been doing leather tooling. He told me already for 3 years. So he was so fun because I helped him make a name. I helped him do his accounting and do all the basic stuff. So on the actual market day, they had to, we had fake, like, you had to go and buy the money and then give the fake money to the kids. But they got to learn, I mean, every outcome in school, and how great is that to learn about math, to actually
skills,
and actually talk to people, right?
Yeah.
And that's sometimes not easy for everyone. I know a lot of people struggle with anxiety and stuff like that, but we had 8 weeks of planning and getting ready, and the big day, everybody sold out, I think, except for one booth. It was amazing.
I want to just say kudos to which school was that? Like,
it was St. Teresa of Calcutta. I want to say this was the first kidpreneur market in Lethbridge, but I'm not quite sure. I did hear that there was one in Tabor. I'd love to see this pick up, and actually we are expanding. So we have our October 13th market, which will actually be expanding to the main pavilion in the exhibition, which will give us a lot more room.
We need more room.
We always need more room. And then December 8th will be our big Christmas show in the South Pavilion. So we're hoping to have a kidpreneur section on that. Again, follow our Facebook page for information on that. But
that's the Handmade Market on Facebook?
Yeah, Lethbridge Handmade Market.
The Lethbridge Handmade Market.
What a great opportunity, though, for kids. I mean, like, we both said that we've been making stuff since we were young, but I didn't ever think of actually seeing it in action, right? And I had a lot of those. I never had
that opportunity as a kid to say, "Hey, little Deb, make something cool," and then open up your own little. I mean, we have lemonade stand.
Yeah,
I did that.
And some of the kids from the kidpreneur market came to the market last time, and they just had a blast. They were just so inspired, and they're like, "Can we have a DJ at our next show?" And just so cute. I'm like, "Yeah, if you guys want a DJ, totally." Like, so much fun. Yeah.
And then that's so important to inspire. Not only are you inspiring adults and letting adults bring their creations that maybe they've been thinking that since they were a kid, but you might have some little Einstein there in grade 4 that's absolutely going to blow the whole world away and might have some sort of a design that's going to change the planet,
Totally.
And just by giving that platform and inspiring those children, I mean, those are actual practical skills. All schools should be teaching this.
Totally.
I absolutely agree that this should be part of every school's curriculum, that every school should have at least one day for the kids that they do their thing throughout the year, and then at the end of the year they get to showcase.
And I think there are a few schools that do something like that.
Yeah,
but
I think they have like a kid fair.
Yeah, I'd love to have more of a kidpreneur program to actually teach kids these skills. I mean, learning that in grade 6 and what are the possibilities, and in grade 8, grade 9, and some kids had to deal with the real struggles of running a business. They said, like, Miss Gus, we tried and it didn't work, and we tried so hard to make a keychain, and I told them that's okay. That's what happens as an entrepreneur. Sometimes it doesn't work out. No. And you gotta try something else. You gotta just keep trying, right? So working as a group, working as a team, and figuring all that stuff out, it was a lot of fun. They raised $1,600 in under 2 hours, and all the money went to the Children's Hospital, which the kids blew my mind with how excited they were about that. So really sweet. I think that kind of stuff that's going to change our youth, and give our youth a backbone, give our youth the will to say no to no matter
what crop or what hard times they've had to live with in their homes, and what hard times they've had to live with divorce, with drug addictions and alcoholism, and just plain abuse going on in the homes, and these kids got to go to school. You know, this might give them an inspiration to say, I'm going to change this somehow. I'm going to make a difference.
And it did, actually. I had a couple parents come up to me or message me and just say, you know, my kid's been struggling. There was nothing that she really has been enjoying in school, but this one girl made slime, and she said, but she makes slime, and she's loving it, and she's enjoying it, and she's wanting to come, and this is total, like, thank you for providing a space for her to do this, you know.
Right.
And I think it's similar to the big market as well, and it's just getting out there and just trying it, you know, trying it for your first time. Everyone has to start somewhere, and
just you know, maybe a kid's got it rough at home, and but he's a fantastic artist, and nobody sees his work, and you know, it only takes one really good teacher to say, hey, let me see that. Let's do something with that, you know.
Most artists are shy, though.
Yeah, they are, and that's why I mean, like, it would only take one good teacher who looked over the shoulder and went, you really have something special here. And that's where it all starts, and that's where community starts, and it starts with the children, and it starts with you know, there's a lot of conversation going on about, you know, the needles and the drug habits that are going on, not to bring up and put a downer on anything. But you know what, if we had held of those kids when they were young and taught them to be entrepreneurs, and taught them to be strong and be smart and be wise, and gave them the opportunities to do that, then, you know, maybe things would have turned out differently for them. And maybe they still can. Maybe they'll come across something really creative, and I have seen some strangely creative stuff at strip markets.
There's some strange stuff sometimes. I love the strange stuff.
I love the strange stuff too. Yeah. There is some, especially around Halloween, there's some really morbidly strange stuff. But it's fantastic because it's creative, and it's original, and it's one of a kind, and somebody's really expressing themselves, and there's a market for that. So we are so we have over 100 vendors. Rules and ethics of the market.
Rules and ethics.
So rules of the market are, we try to keep it mostly handmade, right?
Yeah, I try to stick to like the 90% rule. There are, like, I myself even bring imports from Thailand when I come back and have a couple little bags or something, but as long as you're...
grow the feathers.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow the feathers, but they grew in Alberta.
Okay. And what kind of feathers are they?
These are all rooster feathers. Yeah, they probably can't really see them from there, but...
And roosters are very sacred with the native culture.
Yeah. Yeah, my company is called JAG, Feather Hair Extensions, by the way. That's my name, Jessie Angeline Just.
So it's JAG...
Feather Hair Extensions. Yeah, and earrings on Facebook.
Okay, feather hair. Okay, just got to put that out there, too.
But yeah, ethics and... well, sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, ethics for the market. So we try to get in the night before, set up the night before. This is the first time we're starting as early as 9. So what time do we can come in early?
So yeah, we have a move-in day on Friday for the vendors.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm still building my mission, I guess, and what I'm really looking for, but it's, like I said, it's developed so fast. There's obviously a big need for this in Lethbridge, for this kind of space, for this kind of free community space where people can come and express themselves, like you said. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of I put it into the hands of the community, and you know, and we're kind of just running with it. And there's a group of awesome people that have just come and supported every single one, as well as shoppers. There's some people that have came and just supported it, and it's amazing the support that we have in this community. And this market is completely non-sponsored. We only really use Facebook to advertise. We don't have any sponsorship of any kind, which is quite cool. So you could say it's a little bit underground.
Jess FM advertises all the time. I mean, Debbz Den. I do a lot of advertising because I'm part of the show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of people that just really care, that do well at it, and just have made it what it is. You know, I couldn't have just done this on my own with 30 vendors. It's expanded, it's growing. I think people are just starting to we live in a different time where you can work at home and you can just make things and sell it online. Like, how cool is that? So I think people are able to come out of the woodworks now, and they're able to have a place to do maybe what they've always been doing, or maybe what they wanted to do, like especially stay-at-home moms, or people that are living internationally and still working online and making things. So,
and people with big dreams, people who've had dreams of this great invention in their head all of their lives, and they're, oh, if I could just do this. And sometimes it just takes coming out once to feel what it's like to be a vendor, to feel what it's like to be part of the market. It's to me, it feels like a family thing. When you see somebody's doing well, you're happy for them. It doesn't feel like a competition. It feels like we all try to lift each other, that we're all doing this together, and it's a really warm, good-hearted feeling.
Good vibes all around.
Good vibes.
You come, you
awesome
can dance.
music.
There's music.
Beautiful people.
Everyone's there to have a good time. That's what I look for, really. That you're positive, that you're gonna have a good time. I mean, there's the odd time. I'm not saying specifically this show, but any show you go to a show and you see someone and they're just kind of grumpy, or they're not really inviting, and you're not going to want to buy something from them, right? But
I'm a circus fan.
I find that most people at the Lethbridge Handmade Market are there to have a good time, and smiles all around. We have people come from out of town just to come and hang out, and how cool is that?
And really that is what makes it, is the difference, is the people who do decide to come out and be shoppers and support our local artisans. When you go to Walmart or you go to the big stores, you're padding some billionaire's pocket, and you're maybe paying for his yacht, or even maybe just for the fuel for his yacht. And it makes no difference to him if you shop there or not. You might pick up something that's maybe a little bit cheaper, but the quality is sometimes not there. It's just massively produced, and I think it's important that as citizens, and we want, especially with the trade wars and stuff that's going on now, and the tariffs that are going on, it might be a good idea to just decide that I'm going to start buying local. I'm going to support the people who I know. I'm going to support the small businesses. I'm going to support that guy over there who has worked really hard to make some really cool wood signs and some really cool wood pictures, because he's got a wife and kids that he's trying to take care of. And he's put his heart into it, and it's appreciated. And I don't know how well Walmart appreciates that you went out and bought something from them. They just plain expect you to do that.
Yeah.
But we might have to start changing our ways of thinking, and start thinking a little bit more about what we need and what we could have that's going to help our community and help our community grow.
I mean, you can't buy everything local, but you can try, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I support the vendors too. I love it. Every time I try to get what I can. I mean, I always get my honey from Forever Bee.
Me too. I have never not got honey from Forever Bee since
We're really plugging Forever Bee.
Yeah.
Get some honey. It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's all over town as well. A lot of local shops, like Purple Carrot, Urban Grocer, everywhere like that.
Yeah, can you just list off a few of them
that sell? Oh, like vendors?
Yeah.
Sure. I was going to say, I just bought a leash from Diesel Dogs. They're we have 3 dog vendors coming to the show, which makes me pretty happy. I know there's a lot of dogs in town. There's a lot of dog lovers. But we have everything from that to like signs, to wood signs, to paintings, to all kinds of beautiful jewelry. Gemstones by Wendy is one of our big supporters that comes all the way from Sparwood for every single show, I think since the beginning.
And she's going to be doing the both markets probably.
Yeah, she'll be at both for sure.
She'll be doing the farmers market also.
So we maybe she is. Yeah, she might be doing both.
I know she has before in the past.
Yeah, she has.
That works out well for her.
Yeah. What else? Like really anything that you can think of, we have it there. Clothes, lots of handmade clothes, especially kids clothes. Yeah. It's kind of cool in the summer how we have a little bit of a different variety than in the fall, where we have a lot more like crocheted and knitted and more warm kind of things. But yeah, check our Facebook page. We have a full list.
Are we still with 2?
Yeah, we also have another tarot card reader. So speaking of the free enterprise, it's always awesome that both of you do something similar, but very different. right?
She does tarot card readings, and from what I understand, she's a very, very beautiful, brilliant reader. I mean,
Rebecca
Rebecca.
at Nick Knox.
Is that what hers is? And we usually sit beside each other. And I'm Debbz Den, Angel Empowerment Practitioner. So my readings are all angel based, angel and crystal based. Hers are tarot and deep information. So we're kind of the same, but completely different.
Mm-hmm.
But
and
anyway,
you're both busy every show.
And we're both busy.
Yeah.
And so if you do want to come in and get a reading, it's a great time to come in. It's transformation. You can change your life in 15 minutes. It's great, and that is always fun. I'm Debbz Den, and I'm going to be there. 403, pardon me, get your pen, 929-2932 if you'd like to book early. But I prefer to people come in as early as possible, because near the end of the day it usually gets pretty back-to-back busy. So the earlier you come in for a reading, the better. The better chance that you'll have of getting a reading.
And the better selection of all the fresh
crystals
stuff,
and fresh stuff. Yeah, so come in early.
I think we had a lineup at our last show pretty much the whole time, the April show. Lineup
it was
out the door.
busy. It was fantastic. I was nonstop busy myself, and it really feels good to get those callbacks from people saying like, I can't believe how much different I feel. My back has hurt for 5 years, and I walked away and it was better. And it's just being conscious of what's attached to you and letting it go.
For sure.
Any new exciting news?
I just got a puppy.
Yay, that's amazing.
That's exciting.
So cute, yeah.
He just left to see his brother in Whitefish with my parents for a couple of days.
You have a houseboat there? Or
my parents have a house there. Yeah.
Have a house there.
So he's going on a little vacation. So yeah, that's exciting. I just graduated, so have some time off right now, and the market. So it's prep time for us and for vendors as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that struggle the night before, getting everything ready.
Getting the store ready. Been working on it.
So there's a lot of you out there getting ready for Saturday.
And this is the main thing here that I want to, before we get near to our end of the day, the giveaways.
Oh, yes.
Incredible amount of stuff being given away by so many vendors.
So generous.
I've shared it on my Facebook. That would be on Debbz Den or Deb Nickel or Debbz. I think I have it shared onto my Facebook, which is... And
it's on the Lethbridge Handmade Market page. So we have a big giveaway right now. It ends tomorrow night. We're drawing one winner to win, I think it's a $1,100 shopping spree. So a lot of the different vendors have donated a $20 credit or a $30 credit, or there's also a few items. We have
$1,000 to go play.
Yeah, to go shopping. Like, how cool is that? So, and we're gonna do a live. We're gonna do a live giveaway tomorrow night. All you have to do is follow the rules on Facebook. So you have to share it publicly. Don't forget, guys, share it publicly. Change it to public so we can enter you. I think we looked at it last night, and we have about 300 entries right now. So we're going to be doing a live draw tomorrow night while we're setting up, like after 9 p.m. on Facebook. So there's going to be one lucky winner that's going to win.
1 in 300. That's pretty good
odds.
Yeah,
hopefully. Yeah, it is good odds. Because I think there was about 500 that shared, but it wasn't public. So all you have to do is share and comment. And share it with your buddy too. We want to share the goods with your buddy. So we'll be taking a photo.
So does that mean you have to tag somebody in it?
Yeah.
Okay, just one person?
All the rules are on there.
Share?
You can as many tags as you like. So each tag is an entry, and then every share, public share.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I wish I could win every time. Like I'm blown away with how generous people are. And on top of that, we have over $1,000 of door prizes just for coming and
I'll
paying.
Be putting in on that too, the door prize.
Just for paying the $3. Just you come pay $3, you get a shop, 110 vendors, and you get to enter into some amazing door prizes. Like,
so those door prizes, are they just the baskets at the end of the day, or do you do a draw every hour?
We do it at the end of the day, so you don't have to be there to win. So anytime you come in the day, you get one entry just for coming. We don't have charge for raffle or anything like that. You just come, and that's kind of the extra perks. It's a gift back from the vendors, and almost everybody, like out of the 100, donates something. It's like a mug or a painting. Cooley Cottage donated a $50 painting for this one.
Wow.
So beautiful. We're going to be adding it all up tonight, putting it on the page. So
I'll have a $25 certificate towards any services for Debbz Den. I'll have a $25 certificate put in there.
Yeah, so I mean, the free stuff alone, I wish I could win it every time. I'm jealous. Like, it's amazing. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. See, we're getting to 3:50. Oh, what do I have here? Oh, a few more things. What do you know? There's more about Debbz Den, which I've gone through. Oh, there was one more thing I would like to advertise for, and this is on a little bit more of a serious note here, and it's not here in town, but I've been asked to let the Jess FM listeners and to promote the Palace Theatre on July 21st. I'm going to leave it in the link. It has European designers coming in, and there's going to be like a fashion show, concert type thing. Tickets are $70, and they are raising money for awareness of sexual assault and sexual abuse in the workplace. So what we're talking about, this is through monicamodelingmanagement.com/shop is where you can get your tickets. So this is going to be at the Palace Theatre from 7 p.m. to 1 p.m. and there's going to be a concert and all kinds of things going on there. Guest speakers that are coming in. There's going to be a catwalk. So there's going to be a fashion show.
Where is the Palace Theatre?
It's in Calgary.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the exact, it's on my phone, all the stuff there, but I just remembered that I really wanted to promote these people. They are coming in and they are trying to raise awareness and trying to fight against the abuse that happens in the modeling agency, where, we've been hearing lots about it in the news with Harvey Weinstein's and all the stuff that's going on in film and in modeling and models and pretty women and just in general a lot of times have to feel that they have to sacrifice their moral issues to move ahead in the work field. Like, saying if you don't do what I say, you're not going to get that job. And it might be something that's against their moral issues, what they're asking them to do. But they want the job, and it's a matter of life and death. They're immigrants. They don't, they're coming from other countries, and they're very beautiful, and they just want to succeed, and they will do anything to succeed. I think that has to change. There has to be rules. There has to be safe places for these women to call where they will be believed that something is going on. And not only that, is that when it's pointed out, people, men, women, whoever is doing the abusing needs to step up and realize that this isn't going to be tolerated forever. And things are changing. This world is going to become a better place for everyone. And it's changing every day. So I would like you, I'm going to leave a link in the bottom to think about that. And right now, their tickets are regularly, I think, $120 for the evening, and that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. That's 6 hours of entertainment, live music. The music is fantastic. I can't remember her name, but she does kind of pop rock kind of music, and it's really fun, upbeat music. But it's really important that if you're anybody who's ever been abused in a situation, it might make you feel a little bit better to actually support people that have gone. I mean, there's something to talk about it, but if you really want to do something, support them. Go buy a ticket. If you can buy the tickets before the 4th of July, they're on sale for 30% off, so they're $70. After the 4th of July, they're going to be $120, and the concert is on the 21st of July. I'll leave all the information on the bottom of the show for you, but please do consider supporting this needy cause of enlightenment, and pray for those women who've been abused, and give them a safe place, and let's show that we might that we care. And I know that this broadcast, Jess FM, broadcasts worldwide, because it is an app. It can go worldwide. We have over 2.5 million subscribers. Ooh. We have over 15,000 in the Lethbridge area alone. I think our ratings were up over 15,000 last Thursday. So I know that there are people out there listening, and I know that when we share, it goes out farther, and it goes out farther. So if you do see a post that has to do with Jess FM, we are trying to make a difference here. And we do need your likes and subscribe, especially for the Jess TV. If you're here and you've seen my Jess TV share on Facebook, please take the moment to check it out and like and subscribe. We're a new TV show. So we are live on TV, we are live on Facebook, and we are on live radio that is broadcast around the world. And I extremely thank you so much for being my guest today, Jess.
Thanks for having me in.
And we'll have you again in. I know you've got some other people that you work with, and I'd like to meet them too. Because I know it takes a huge team.
Yeah.
How big do you say your team is about?
Well, a lot of the help is the day of the market. I have a couple of good friends, that are always there to just lend a hand with all the little things. My buddy Trent's coming to host the music this time, and he is fantastic. He's also a local DJ Fuse. A lot of my friends are just there helping and vending. I have my really good friend Annie that comes and helps. I have a good friend Nora, and just a couple really good girlfriends that just are there. And
all the unmentionables. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
And day of, there's probably, our team is getting up to like 10 people now, so it's exciting.
Well, it's getting bigger. You need to have that backbone to help you with everything. For sure. So what I'm going to do now is how we end each show. I like to do a meditation. So Jess, if you don't mind.
It's a full moon today as well.
And it's also the full moon.
I saw that on your page.
Or actually Mars going retrograde yesterday, which means we're kind of all a little bit slow mode with this little angry brother beside us. So, so it is a full moon energy. So I'm going to do a little bit of a crown chakra meditation. It's only going to take a couple minutes. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you for listening to Jess FM. And do remember that Jess FM is the attitude, everything that's discussed on Jess FM is from Debbz Den, and not the responsibility of Jess FM. I take full responsibility for me and my guests here on Debbz Den. I do hope to hear from you again, and I hope that you do tune in. So we're going to just do a quick little crown chakra. So just take a deep breath and just relax, because we're going to do some inside work right now, and we're going to just have that white light now go from way above in the sky. And if you just were to look up into the sky, you just see a little white light coming on down. And this is Archangel Uriel. He's coming down now, and he's just going to enter into your third, or actually into your protection. Coming through your protection and growing into your crown chakra, enlightening your whole body. Just adding a warmth, loving heat coming down through your ears, anything that you've heard, releasing that negative energy, moving in through your mouth, anything that you've said, releasing that energy, moving into your throat, having that big blue throat chakra spinning fan going, moving now, cutting all cords off your shoulders, everything before you, behind you, beside you, above you, and below you now being removed that isn't serving you. Anybody who's hurt you, anybody you've hurt, we're forgiving everyone for everything, and we're forgiving ourselves for everything. Moving into our heart chakra, we forgive ourselves, this glowing green emerald. We forgive ourselves for ever allowing ourselves to feel hurt. We forgive those who have hurt us and hurt our hearts, and we forgive them with love and compassion. As we take a deep breath and move into our solar plex, bright yellow fan glowing right in the middle of your chest, right just in the middle of your rib cage, bringing in powerful energy, clearing out negative energy, spinning beautifully, having you connect to yourself and your inner self, your inner creativity. Taking a deep breath, moving into your root, to your sacral. Now this is where your creativity is. I'm going to connect your creativity and all of that beautiful energy that you have, that you've been holding on to. Eat some fresh oranges. Imagine that you have this big orange fan circling right in your sacral zone, bringing in you confidence and strength, Taking a deep breath, moving into your root chakra. Now I want you to feel safe and secure at home. You are safe and secure in Lethbridge. You are safe and secure in Canada. You are safe and secure on this planet. This planet is doing fantastic. We are all safe and secure. Going to ground that now through your legs and go straight down into the ground and anchor that beautiful white light energy to the ground. To some boulders, and hold you down and hold your spirit connected to your body, feeling grounded. Now we're going to come back up and we're going to connect the red to the orange to the yellow to the green to the blue to the purple. And on the very, very top, you have a huge flashlight in your crown chakra. And within this huge flashlight, it is going to open and brighten your mind so that you can see what it is within you that you can bring to the table. What is special about you that can be brought out? What is special in your deepest wants and desires that makes you unique from every single other person on this planet? I want that beautiful you to shine bright through that flashlight on your head and to help you find the places that you need to go, the people you need to meet, the things you need to do, the things you need to say, and just be forgiving and be loving. And take that energy in now. I'm going to have Archangel Raphael step in behind you, and he's going to wrap his wings around you and just bring in that nice, warm, loving meditation and send you off on a beautiful day. And everybody, have a fantastic Canada Day weekend. I hope to see you out there. Stop by the Lethbridge Handmade Market. And there's the Lethbridge Handmade Market. That's going to be a fantastic time. Canada Day celebrations in the park are going to be fantastic, I'm sure. Can't wait for the fireworks. I'll be in Clara's home. We're going to be having a fun time there. Maybe hit to Granham for the fireworks if you're in a rural area. I hear Granham has some great fireworks going on this year. And if you're really feeling like up to it and want to do something off the wall, come out to Barron's next Saturday. We have our parade in our market, and that's the home of the original Superman. So other than that, thanks for tuning in with us here today, and thanks for joining jessfm.ca. And have a fantastic day. Thanks for coming in. Jess, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks for having me, and hope to see everybody out on Saturday at the Lethbridge Handmade Market.
And I hope you win some of them door prizes. There's a lot of beautiful stuff being given away this weekend. Just come in. It'll be like Christmas. Christmas in July. Yeah. June. Almost July. Happy summer, everybody. Have a great day. See you next week.